instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this, even when they...
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down throw for Mayfield. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Set! Green, 39!
Mayfield on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now on second down, this is good. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards through the air and a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Blue line it.
To throw on second down. Huff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Huff. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
All right, now, look at 56.
From the gun, Huff. He'll rifle this one deep right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, Mayfield drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Huff. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Huff. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go. 3-19.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
and that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Start, offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Mayfield and Miller with it over the middle. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
Mayfield to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Huff. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Got some real estate inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back to throw. Huff. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simple, Sam. We don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Handoff for Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. 3-19.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
On 1st down, Huff. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw on 3rd down. Huff. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Back to the air on 2nd down. Huff. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Huff. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
To throw on 2nd down. Huff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Malik Collins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
High throw, but the catch is made. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Taking it about the 16. They juked him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On first down, it's Gurley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Play fake. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Baker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Huff. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Huff. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
False start, offense.
Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mayfield now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
39.
On the counter, Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Todd Gurley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Once you score 1 touchdown,
he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
his path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, Huff. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on 1st down. Huff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huff steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open. And it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Gurley again here on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
He's got him in, complete, and all the way down to the 26. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Huff. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huff flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Mayfield on play action. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Galvin has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Set. Green 3.
Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, but he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Off the play fake. Huff. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10. Huff. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off play action. Huff. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The penalty does everything but get them a first down. It's close here on 2nd and inches. On the give, this is their fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone. Over.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And out come the Dolphins now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they're working.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Let's go. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Chicken to go. A lot of these they think it's my fault. No car. I want that. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones that don't like. Why even play with your life? Looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. New Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you dead off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be out. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my. Big homie got. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 and I see how my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this, all of my zip the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her to be gone.